Roy Orbison, the legendary musician whose unforgettable voice and timeless ballads carved an indelible place in the history of American music, has always carried with him an air of mystery that both fascinated and haunted those who admired him. Dubbed the Caruso of rock, Orbison's songs such as Only the Lonely, Crying, and Oh, Pretty Woman became more than just popular hits. They were emotional experiences that resonated deeply with listeners across generations, weaving together threads of sorrow and beauty in ways that very few artists could ever achieve. Yet, behind the dark sunglasses, the stoic presence, and the haunting sound, was a man carrying an extraordinary burden of heartbreak, loss, and insecurity, and as recent revelations shed new light on his life, the truth about the Orbison mystery proves to be even more devastating than what most fans imagined. To the public eye, Orbison seemed like a shy, soft-spoken performer who poured all of his soul into his music. But what audiences never saw was the tragic reality that shaped him. His personal life was marred by unimaginable grief, beginning with the sudden death of his beloved first wife Claudette in a motorcycle accident, followed not long after by a house fire that took the lives of two of his young sons, leaving him shattered yet somehow compelled to continue creating. These tragedies, while heartbreaking, became the essence of his music, infusing his unmistakable voice with an authenticity of longing, despair, and resilience that could never be manufactured. While fans adored his songs, many often wondered why Roy Orbison seemed so reserved in public, why he almost never smiled in photographs, and why he consistently hid behind those signature dark glasses. At first, people believed it was simply a stylistic choice or an effort to appear mysterious. But the truth is far more personal. The sunglasses were not a fashion statement, but a shield and emotional barrier he used to conceal his vulnerability and insecurities from a world that idolized him but could never fully understand his pain. His lack of outward joy reflected the reality of a man who lived in the shadow of heartbreak that time could not heal. His career itself mirrored these struggles. After a meteoric rise in the early 1960s, he faded into near obscurity, only to find a miraculous resurgence in the 1980s, reintroducing his unique artistry to a new generation of fans. Yet even then, just as he seemed poised to enjoy the fruits of a hard-earned second act, tragedy struck once again when he died suddenly of a heart attack at the age of only 52, leaving the world stunned and grief-stricken. The truth about the Roy Orbison mystery is worse than many ever imagined, not because it taints his legacy, but because it reveals the depth of sorrow behind his artistry. Orbison was not simply performing songs about loneliness, heartbreak, and yearning. He was bearing the truth of his lived experience, transforming his grief into music that connected with millions. His haunting performances were not just the work of a skilled singer, but the confessions of a wounded soul who carried his pain into melody, giving the world beauty while living through tragedy. Today, as fans reflect on his life, the mystery of Roy Orbison is finally laid bare, and it serves as a profound reminder that behind every legend is a human being, whose struggles and heartache were as real as the music that immortalized them.